the way they are going now. And with us we have some powerful people. Among them is yours truly, Mr. Fitz Jackson, man coming out all the way from Portmore, a stalwart. Everybody would have seen him on the television fighting, and doing his best just to keep our head up. Doing his best, and you know that comes with a fight, but he's with us. What a blessing to have him here. Sister Danishka doesn't need any introduction. She's right here, through and through every nooks and cranny of this constituency. She's around daily, and boy, we want to see her through. Everybody has to put out their best. Tell your friend, tell your neighbor, the children, let everybody know, because we have to do something for a brighter future. Things are really looking doom in this country, because we can see what we're heading, and you know where dishonesty and corruption, you know, we are going to join Haiti. Haiti is not looking good, and if we continue in the same manner, if you and I don't do something, then let me tell you that we are going to be in serious problem. So we are here to keep the thing going and what have you. And you know, we can only do it by putting when that day comes, you know, you see the problem, not even to call the date, not even the election date. That doesn't seem to be possible. Somebody want to delay, want to even create riot so that they can say, all right, I can't call an election because we have riot in this country. So, and that is, if you notice, you would have listened and find out that one of the reasons why we don't have a date called, it should be called in September. They are saying that no, they are not ready. But I don't think you and I are willing to wait indefinitely. Even they're trying everything, but no, we're not going to have it. So we have some people here. Mr. Brown is here, our councillor, still our councillor. That's right. Yes, so we are going to listen to him. He's going to say something. But before Mr. Brown speaks, we have a gentleman over there. He's a DJ. Mikey, rise up, man. You come. You're going to I joke to make it all right. We have no time to joke. We don't have any time to joke. So before any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, comrade, let me say, let me put you on to Mr. Brown.
Comrades, good afternoon. First of all, let me welcome Comrade Fitz Jackson to this area in Whiteside. Comrade Jackson is no stranger to us. I remember once he was our guest speaker at a conference at Cascade. And beside me, you have Comrade Williams, the lion, the best candidate I've ever seen in all my life in the parish of St. Anne. No disrespect to the others, but I'm telling you the truth from my heart, comrade. As regular as you see she look, she's a warrior. I'm telling you. She has walked every area in this constituency sometimes I have to wonder what time to take the rest. Because of all my years I spent in politics as a councillor, I have never done so much work for all those years for what she has been doing since December of last year. And comrades, we are here to support her. That is one of the main reasons that I am here this evening. Because I make it publicly that I won't be going back into representational politics. But I have to stand by her until victory for this conspiracy. Comrades, the last parish council election, I know a lot of us, we upset with what happened. But let's put that behind us. Let's already gone and focus on how we are going to win the general election. I have received 1,500 votes in the last election. And I must say thanks to all those who went out and voted in February 2024. And I'm also looking for you to go back out and vote whenever the election is called. And not only to just go back out, but if each one of you that went out in 2024 and vote can bring one or two persons more with you, then there is no way we can lose this conspiracy. Comrades, the job is for all of us. Don't let us wait on Comrade Williams alone to do the work. All of us, the responsibility for all of us to lead this conspiracy to victory. You know the Prime Minister wants to call election and just don't call it. You know when you and I, when we were young and growing up, and sometimes we did something that is wrong. And we want to talk, but we just can't talk. You know, anytime we talk, we're going to be. So we try to shun it, but one day we're going to come out, and no matter when they come out, you're still going to be. So the Prime Minister finds himself in that position now, that anytime he calls election, he's going to get a beat. So I don't know why he's holding it back. In this conspiracy, comrade, how many people in this conspiracy can get up publicly and boast that they can find 3 proper meals per day? And the Prime Minister boasts and licking chest from the belly full. Me now left off of him belly full. Out of 28 bankers account. How many persons in this area have more than one and have no bank account? I work very hard. Working before the Prime Minister even was born until your belly can't full. And him used 9 years and full in belly until it run over. So we are begging him to call the election that some other people, local people in the constituency can achieve something to full their belly. So comrades, let us go there and put out the word that when election call, the only thing we can say, victory. Victory for the people's national party. Thank you. Yes. Give me some music, man. Very good, Mr. Brown. So very good. Turn up the thing. Yeah, you want to say you are the People's National Party. We're full of passion and purpose. Ready to build the nation with a purpose. Everybody, let's go. I'm making you this. You know it's gonna be. They wanna put the people first. The people start to lie. I'm making you roll with it. Because the people together to be a peace strong. You know it's gonna be. You know it's gonna be. You know it's
the president, rural development, environment with the youth them, yeah, affordable housing rest with them.
We're going to listen now to the lady who happened to cause our disgathers. The lady who happened to walk every nooks and cranny of this constituency. The lady who is, yes, little but talawa. The lady who is going to bring us home in the next general election when it is called. Yeah, we call it, you know. Yes. So you don't worry yourself. Yes, this lady is no other than Miss Daniska Williams, our sitting MP. Let's hear it for her.
Thank you so much. I can already tell that you are going to be an excellent chairman for this division. Comrade Brown, the councillor. I still call him councillor. Yes. Because no matter what time I call him, he's available. And when I go on the road, and I say it multiple times, my very first walk, a lady crying real tears when she sees you. And I said, no, this man has greatness in him. Right? So I want to pick up Comrade Brown on the journey with me from start until we go garden. But that's up to him and Mrs. Brown. So if I'm Mrs. Brown, I'm going to talk over that one. And then today we have well, Comrade Fitz Jackson here with us today. He is Mr. Portmore. And it is not by accident that I invited him here today, but we'll get into that a little further. And to you, the workers, the warriors of the Boroughbridge Division, the young people, the people who have been here for decades, I salute you, I thank you for joining me on the journey, and I want you to know that it's not long from now. So bear with me a little more. I know we do this every day, but it's not long from now. Them soon have to call the election, and if them not call it, the Governor General will cause them to have to do so. You know, so it's not long from now, comrades. Just bear with me. Every day and every step of the way, we're getting closer to victory, because I know victory is ours. So today I want to talk about a couple of things that's been on my mind and on my heart. I want to start with the biggest one, which is agriculture. I wrote an article this week, well, I wrote it earlier this last month, and it was published this week, about agriculture and the plans that we have for developing agriculture in Jamaica as the PNP and in Southwest Centre when I become your Member of Parliament. And as I started to say that, I saw two of my farmers walking in, Comrade Blake from Cascade and his sister, so I want to pick them up. You know, I ended up at the what the event name? Agrofest in Buckfield, and they were the winners. So I do want to constantly pick up my farmers from Cascade. And they're second year winning. So there is no way we can have farmers winning in this constituency and we're not doing more for farming in the constituency. So let me start with agriculture. Comrade Southwest Centre, we produce so much, but so little is done by our leaders to preserve what we have and to help us to continue to produce more. Now, what I want for us as a constituency is a situation where we're starting young. So the young people are active in farming through the 4-H clubs in schools. So we need that active in every school across Southwest Centre. That's not currently the situation, right? It's in a couple of the schools, so I would have gone to QEC and I see the hydroponics that Bethany do. But I want to say all the schools have young people involved in agriculture, because agriculture is how we're going to move the constituency and the country forward, right? So I want to focus on 4-H. Additionally, for Southwest St. Anne, I need us to have 2 cold storage facilities. Our farmers produce so much, we need somewhere to store. We need somewhere to store. So I need one on Cascade side and I need one on the other end of my constituency. So we need cold storage facilities. And that is something that does not currently exist. The current MP clearly don't have the vision, but I do, and together along with all of you, we're going to make it a reality. In addition to that, we need to explore having markets. We have 2 market spaces in Southwest St. Anne, but they're just spaces. So both spaces house taximen, and while I know the taximen are important and we need a dedicated space for them, it is not the market. The market is where I need my farmers to be able to sell their produce. And that's currently not happening. Both markets in Southwest St. Anne are dilapidated. And there is a reason why the PMP sent me here. We're going to make some changes that my opponent never sees fit to make. So we need markets in Southwest St. Anne. In Cave Valley, we toured it today. And why we have Comrade Fitz Jackson here is because on the several tours that I've done in Cave Valley, when I talk to the business people, them say, "Why we need an ATM." So I bring Comrade Fitz Jackson because if anybody in Southwest St. Anne needs the use of an ATM, we either have to go to Charlton, we go Brownstone, or we go over Spalding. What happened to the people in this side? What happened to the people in Burbridge? We want an ATM in Cave Valley. So I brought Comrade Fitz Jackson, who you know he champions the cause for anything related to the banking industry. Right, so we brought him here because I know that we need an ATM there, and I know we will be able to deliver it when I become your member of parliament. Amen. Soon. We have to call him, man. We have to pray for calling. Correct, on the topic of fertilizer. Cabbage seed. But we're going to talk about fertilizer. Comrades, I read the report from the Auditor General. I don't know how many of you looked at it, but I looked at it. And it says 300 bag of fertilizer come here. How much farmer we have in Southwest St. Anne? We have way more than 300. So if it's only 300 bag of fertilizer come here, that means somebody will sit down in a parliament not advocating for my farmers in Southwest St. Anne. 300 bags of fertilizer, I don't know where they went. I don't know who get them. Because I don't beat the farmer we get them yet. But I know 300 cannot serve my farming community. We need better representation for the farmers in Southwest St. Anne. Will be ready soon, and I'll have it distributed right across the constituency. On the way, see it on light posts, on the way, see it at shop, it's got it everywhere. But I want to move on to other things like street lights. I put up a light in Cascade the other day because a farmer, a female farmer, reached out to me and she said, boy, she got robbed at our gate. She come in from market and they rob our gunpoint right there. So I said, all right, no problem. We're putting up a street light. And we'll put up a street light there, comrades. Right? I am here to do the things that matter the most to the residents. When we talk about road, them have spark, them have reach. So now in the 9th year, you will be lucky to see them running around trying to find different things that they can fix now. So when you see them, tell them thanks enough because we're grateful. But I want you to remember that they could have done this work from year 1. They could have done the work in year 2. The work could have been done in year 3. The work could have been done in year 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If they waited until it is the end of their time to do the work, they don't deserve year 10. They don't deserve a 3rd term in government because they work.
No third term. Where when the big one strolling. Hey! Yeah. Mark Golden ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're
Comrades, when we talk about water, I did the research, and it is less than 5% of Southwest St. Anne that has running water. Less than 5% of the residents of Southwest St. Anne know what it is like to have running water in their pipes, know what it is like to have pipes. In February, yeah man, I went to Damari. I walked up there, I walked the distance.
God bless you. God bless you.
Right? I go here. I walked the distance. I brought Comrade Ian Hales, who will be our Minister of Water when the PNP forms government. And we went to Lawton Town to look at the water that exists there. And I showed him how the water is transported to Spalding, but in Southwest Centre, and we do not have access to it. Comrades, I want to know research. In 2013, Portia Simpson Miller in Parliament, them have the plan for bringing water to Southwest Centre. All the current guy had to do was follow through, and he couldn't do that. So I am telling you to give me an opportunity to do the work, because I promise you, the way we see me walk every day in Southwest Centre.
Change, time come for better representation in this constituency.
The best man is a woman for the plan. We're on Southwest Centre, Danishka Williams. #1 name brand. And not to mention beautiful. I'm Mr. Bordridge, Calderwood, Gibraltar, Alexandra, Road, Agriculture, Hospital needed. And they never make it, so we are taking Danishka in, them out. Excuse me, the pagans. Danishka, now see validation.
To do in Southwest Centre, and I am prepared for the journey. When you see me walk some of the time, sometimes it's me and my team, and sometimes the PNP sends in some people to walk with me, because they have identified that not only can we win Southwest Centre, but they've identified that I am prepared to do the work for Southwest Centre. So comrades, I want to work with me, because we're going to Gordon House, and I'm not going to be like them and sit in Parliament on my phone behind somebody and do nothing. Because it's the first attorney I ever see silent on everything. First attorney I see don't open his mouth and say nothing. We have problems in several areas of the constituency, the road breakaway right here, and it's going to take my voice to get it fixed. Because I am currently the only voice that Southwest Centre knows. I am the voice advocating for you. They've been there for 9 years, and it's not them. I don't see them get up in Parliament and say, boy, we need this, we need that. My residents in Cascade, the road, it took an old lady to video the road and post it on TikTok. You soon see them come fix it, and I bet you any money. I bet you them on the way.
They up there.
Them will fix it now. Yeah, man. But it takes TikTok. It takes TikTok to get that done. So as if TikTok it takes me to do work, I will continue to shout on TikTok and tell them, say, look here, you come here, so come fix this.
Yankee Road back to you?
Yeah, man. So once they come here, once I come, I will get them to come in.
Yankee Road and bad.
Because it's my tail. So once I come, them will come and fix the road. Don't worry yourself. If Yankee want to fix it, I'll come and visit, and they will come and fix it.
Yankee Road, but
But when them fix it, tell them thanks. Just remember to tell them thanks when them fix the road. Because if it's the last thing them do, at least we're going to tell them thanks, because them time come and them time up now. Time has come, but Danishka Williams to do the work for the residents of Southwest Centre. Comrade, when we talk about youth development, Comrade Keith Walford had brought Heartrust here to Armadale. It is no longer here. And the way in which I want to revamp it, it's innovative, and I know it can be done. I want to have a partnership with Heart and Case, where we're bringing agricultural things to the young people, because I need my young people to identify that agriculture is the way forward. Farming is how we're moving this country forward, comrades. So I need to bring Case here to do some certificate courses for my young people. Right now, if young people want to go to Heart, them have to go Mandeville or them go Runaway Bay. It's no longer in Southwest St. Anne, and that takes a toll on the parents who are responsible, because they now have the additional financial burden to cover for the better lives that they want for their children. So that brings me to another reason why we have to vote for the People's National Party. The first child in every family to go to university will do so for free under the leadership of a Mark Golding government.
Pnp Spot Meeting.
Comrades, I am here to help you to develop the constituency that we all know. I am here to do the work. And I know you have seen me since December walking and talking. I don't take one break. And I promise you it will be like that when I am elected. You won't see me on Tuesdays because I'll be in Parliament. But you will see me on the other days doing the work. I will be at church. I don't see them come church as late, you know. And the pastor them call me. The pastor them say, boy, I don't see them from 9 years now. I don't see them now. Yeah, man. So everybody's seeking God. They're seeking everything. Comrades, entertainment. You saw the conference I had in Cave Valley. I was able to bring together the best dance hall in one space in Southwest St. Anne. That has never happened before. Right? I want to turn Cave Valley into an entertainment zone. I know we have to do like a river training before we do that because I know in Cave Valley flood how it goes. But it requires town planning, which means that I'll be working with different organizations as well as the municipality to execute. But it can be done. And I want it to be an entertainment zone because I remember what I did in January, how I ran up the whole of Cave Valley, and I know other persons can do the same. But what it will take is somebody with vision. The person there now don't have that, but I do. So we're going to get the work done. Comrades, the People's National Party, in my opinion, has the best team to lead Jamaica in this moment. We have a leader with integrity. We have a full team of persons with integrity, persons with vision, persons who are prepared to move the country forward, persons who are prepared to ensure that when persons on the outside looking, them can say, boy, I want to come visit Jamaica. Jamaica look nice. Everything is going good at Jamaica. Comrades, when them talk about St. Anne's Street constituencies, them talk about before I got here. Now they are speaking about the 4th constituency, which is Southwest St. Anne, and we are going to keep Southwest St. Anne on the map. So my farmers, my students, the young women in the constituency who are entrepreneurs, we are going to focus on building you and everything that you have to offer and export it to the globe. The entire world will know about Southwest St. Anne before I become Member of Parliament. Comrades.
Put it on the map.
On the map. Comrades, today I want to introduce you to a gentleman who some of you would have known because you would have seen him on TV. You see him fight the banking thing. He fight right through. Right through, comrades. He is Mr. Portmore, Comrade Fitz Jackson. He has known me maybe from I was in my mother's womb. Right, so he would have known me from then. I have worked with him in many capacities. When he was running for chairman of the PNP, I was on his team. We worked in many internal elections together. I don't know, me young man working at PNP long time. What do you mean? Long time with here. Long time. They call me little Portia, but it's long time with here. So I want to introduce you to the man of the moment right now. His name is Comrade Fitz Jackson, the Member of Parliament for South St. Catherine, Senator MP.
Comrades on. I want her right beside me while I talk to you because she's going to be right beside me walking up Duke Street to Gordon's house, and she's going to be right beside me in the Parliament of Jamaica.
What do you want her to say?
Well, I don't know about everybody, but I know who we are going to have beside me. Comrade Councillor, not former Councillor, Comrade Brown, who I've worked with for many years in the party. I remember during the COVID period and the ship workers, he was a close ally of mine while we were fighting the PNP to make sure that the ship workers were able to come back home to them families. So both he and his wife and myself had a lot of interaction and work together on that project. And I see him handing over to a new man, Comrade Campbell.
When I listen to Comrade Campbell, I say, boy, you're not training long time. It sound like you're ready for the job. I mean, hear word I drop about Comrade Brown and whatever, but I don't get involved in that. I'm keeping on my lane. Yes, so I don't go down this at all. But Comrade Brown, I want to say on behalf of the People's National Party that we are proud of the service that you have rendered in your division here and in the St. Anne Municipal Corporation. You have left an indelible mark in local government for which we will be forever grateful. Comrades, I am here on a mission. I never come here to come profile today. You can perhaps interpret it as a threat to you all as comrades. That talk about to the comrades first, then every other resident who is not comrade. Who no office tenor come a parliament after the next election. You can take that as a threat, otherwise me and you are going to serious trouble.
I ain't no trouble. I should be here.
That's right.
Comrades, it is not by chance that I am here. We have 14 seats now, and we need at least 32 to form the next government. And what it means is that we have to win seats that we don't have to form the government. Over there in Portmore, we have 3 secured already. As a trifecta, we go and deliver in Portmore for the 3 seats that we have. Mine, Comrade Dawes in Southeast St. Catherine, and Comrade Raymond Price in East Central St. Catherine. So we have 2 there that we're going to pick up towards forming the next government. This seat is one of them. This seat must be one of them. This seat has been represented for decades by the Jamaica Labour Party. And you saw what never happened during those many years. People's National Party has held it twice with Comrade Shaw, my good friend of blessed memory, and Comrade Keith Walford, who I have worked with, and I tell you, I have found both comrades to be some of the most sincere comrades and servants of the people that they represent. That is a tradition that you have had in this constituency with the PNP representation that come here. Comrade Danishka Williams falls squarely in that category of committed leaders of the People's National Party to represent you here. Comrades, I don't usually talk about my opponent. I talk about what I bring to the table in my own constituency, and I speak to what I have done as an incumbent. She's not in that position. She's coming here for the first time as your candidate. So she will speak to you about her vision for your constituency. And I don't like to say just constituency. The communities that make up the constituency. Because it is people that exist in every single community throughout this constituency. And political representation, it is all about making a difference in the quality of life of the people in the communities, in our constituencies, and in the country. That is what Comrade Williams is all about. You have seen with your own eyes and your own experience the missed opportunities in this constituency for a very long time. You have seen it. I don't have to convince you about it. she don't have to convince you or try to convince you about it. You can bear witness to it yourself. What is important is against all the things that could have been done and not been done, where we go from here. He comes with a commitment of service. A service, not just for service sake, but service to make the difference in the lives of the residents in the various communities in this constituency. And you heard her a few moments ago, addressing some of the issues that concern you. Your roads, education, agriculture. And I want to spend a moment on agriculture. Every constituency in Jamaica have its own different feature. This constituency is not like mine. I have a little farming, small amount of farming, but I provide more residents and then the services and so forth for them. For you, it is agriculture is the main source of livelihood for the majority of the people who live here. Yes, some of you are involved in commerce. You have shops, you have stores, you have various different commercial activities. And some of you go out of the constituency for employment in other areas. But when you earn outside, you spend here. So the business communities throughout the constituency is critical for the economic life of the constituency. Because guess what? The more money is being spent in the constituency is the greater economic activity you have, which means more people can make more money, and by extension, them can purchase the goods and services that they want to make them life better. So we want more economic activity. Yes. And since agriculture is the main driver of economic activity, then we have to pay premium attention to agriculture. And I was really struck by her address a moment ago about the approach of engaging the academic community in agriculture. Heart and case. Because as a young person, she knows that the future means not doing the same old thing the same way, but using technology and new approach so that you can use 1 square of land and produce probably 5-6 times what it used to produce 10 years ago. That is bringing efficiency into agriculture, and the more efficiency in agriculture is more earning and more a better improvement in the economic activity and the quality of life for the people in your constituency. Yes, sir. This is a woman that is looking way beyond just being elected as your MP, but how she's going to go about transforming your communities so that you can enjoy a better quality of life. And that's what the People's National Party is all about. That's what brought us into being in 1938, to a movement dedicated to improving the quality of life for the everyday Jamaican. And one of the other instruments of that improvement, of that development, is education. Look, all of us came here as children of slaves. All of us. The education that was provided decades and decades ago was not for the masses of Jamaicans, but to only train enough that can work in the businesses of the imperialists. Not about self-actualization of the children of slaves, because the children of slaves were expected to become slaves themselves, until we set out on a mission to transform Jamaica for Jamaicans. And education has been the main platform for the upward mobility of the majority of our Jamaicans and for the transformation of our communities. Look, I represent a constituency in Portmore where majority that live there come from outside of the constituency. They were not born and grown there. There's a few communities there now are what we call the original Portmore communities. And we are hundreds of thousands of people. They come from communities like here. Them born and grow here, them do good in a school and them leave and go work elsewhere and them live over by my side. But many of them who get jobs through education can't afford the housing. Because this government abandoned what Michael Manley set out to achieve through the National Housing Trust, which is to provide an instrument that can make housing affordable for everyday Jamaicans. This PNP administration will return to that program of making housing more accessible to you. So some of you might say, well, the housing scheme not going to build here. But I know like how many came from many places in my constituency and looking for houses. Housing scheme will be built here too. Because we build by scale. By scale meaning the amount that is needed in the particular area. We are in a program of national development. We need a government that sees the development of our people as the center of their agenda. This is not the kind of government you have. Most of you know me from the relentless fight that I have been waging to stop the super rich from scamming monies from your bank account to make billions of dollars every year. Every year over $50 billion is collected by the banks in fees from everyday Jamaicans. And the government stand weakness over that and do nothing about it because their interest is not to protect you and your interest, but to protect the interests of the super rich. We're not against profit, we are for it. Slavery was a profit-making enterprise and it was legal, but it was unjust. And so it had to go. Comrades, we have a task at hand. And that task lies in your hands. I happen to be in my 7th term as Member of Parliament. The next one is going to be the 8th. It's not me make me win. It's my comrades of South St. Catherine make me win and keep me winning on their behalf. I remain their Member of Parliament because I serve them. Because they never serve them, they throw me out. And they see the evidence of it. If you come in Portmore and South St. Catherine, it is not the way it used to be years ago. Things have happened. I am there because of them. She will get to Garden House because of you. So comrades, let me talk some serious business now. Any little grumbling that you never have before, put that on pause. As I said, I am there where I am because of my comrades. You have to put her there by your work and your effort. You have to go out and mobilize every single voter who have a future for themselves, them communities and them family in their mind. Because they need to be on this path of making sure that we have a government that puts the interests of this everyday Jamaicans front and center of their agenda. Comrades, she's like my daughter. I know I'm in Parliament long before she born. So same year. Same year. So she's as matured as my period in Parliament. Comrades, I mention that because I don't know Danishka since yesterday. I have known her for years. A couple things I can tell you about her. Her loyalty. She can't be bought and she can't be swayed by jingles in front of her. She is honest and she has demonstrated that. Her word is her bond. She comes here and gives you her commitment to serve you. She is going to do that. I can say that from my own experience over the many years. She, look here, Danishka have other options in her life, you know. And she have other options that don't require as much effort as representational politics requires. It is because she has a heart of service. She takes pleasure in seeing the success of other persons. Those are some of the main ingredients you want of a political representative. One that gets satisfaction from other people's success. Not someone who only look at their own success as achievement, but the success of others. It is for those reasons and more, comrades, that I am confident that you have a giant of a representative in this small body that you see standing here beside me tonight. Her strength and her courage is not in the size of her body. It's in her mind and the vastness of her heart. That is what it takes to provide quality representation. And she has possession of those which she comes to put at your disposal. So, comrades, I know that since the government of the JLP know that they can't win, because if they could have, if they were certain or even feel that they could win, we wouldn't be here tonight talking about an election to come. It would have happened from last year. But they are buying time. But time run out on them because the people time come now. The people time come now. How is it that after 9 years you are scrambling to fix some road that never been fixed for 9 years? They are boasting in Parliament about the largest expenditure in road repair. It is the largest because the worst the roads have ever been in 9 years. From all my years in representational politics, I have never seen the roads, not only in my constituency, but across Jamaica, be in the terrible state that it is. And now that they're doing a little something, they want to get applause for it. They should apologize to the people of Jamaica for their neglect. They should be on their knees every day praying for forgiveness for the level of neglect under their watch. You hear them running up and down and talk about some water tank now. Is it now that the people don't have water? Why? Because an election is here. That's another form of buying vote. To give you something on the eve of election. Make you feel good. And when the election is over, they go back to their normal ways. Their normal ways of neglect. Comrades, we are not a people for the moment. We are a people for every day and the future. You want an MP that will be on the work every day and not only at election time.
That's right. That's true.
I hear you say, Danishka, that them are run to a church.
Yeah, man. Funeral, grave digging there.
One of the good things so far that Danishka has done is to bring those sinners closer to the Lord. Yeah. So her success has already started. Right? We only hope that when them go to the church, them stay in the church. Right? And don't try to trick the pastor and disappear after the election. Comrades, much work is to be done. We are on a winning path. We are on a winning path. And as I said, I'm closing where I started. The GenSec asked me to come here because Fitz, Southwest, 100%, and we are counting on it to form the next government. Since you wrap up Portmore already, you go down a center and go make sure you tighten up things in a Southwest for the People's National Party. Comrades, I invite you to deliver Comrade Danishka Williams to the winning column of the People's National Party when we form the next government. Much love, comrades.
Marky G, I know you are champion. Everybody wave on the right hand. Put up your fist. Hey, Marky G, we don't know some of them not like it. See them all like but that's still not slightly. Holding up, cut and got you because I love in the yard. And none of them care. Hey,
Comrades, are you ready? Comrades, are you ready? We are ready to do the real work that Southwest Central delivers. Comrades, while Comrade Fitz Jackson was here speaking, my campaign manager walked in, and I have to big him up and allow him to say something before we leave. He is currently the only sitting councillor in this constituency. He is Comrade Paul McFarlane. We know him as Jim. I'm going to make some noise for him. Yeah.
Everybody give it a beat, give it a beat. Let us wait for it. Yo, Martin.
thank you, Comrade Danishka. Comrade Fitz Jackson, I must welcome you to Southwest Center, and you're in the bastion of the division that has been served long and good with Comrade Winston Brown, the former councillor for the Borough division. Other comrades here, good afternoon. Comrades, I am late, but nonetheless, for Pnp business, I will have to catch it at some time, and I think the time is right. I was in the council all day and my mind was on the road because we have a job to do. And I am happy to join you here this evening with Comrade Fitz Jackson, who I know had traveled from Kingston to be here with Danishka, our next member of parliament. And I know that he brought some good messages because he has been lobbying relentlessly in the parliament for the people of South St. Catherine that he represents for the seventh time, and is continuing. And this is saying something to us in Southwest St. Anne. We have not have even consecutive representation for the People's National Party. But I am happy that the party recognized that our young candidate, beautiful, energetic, a resilient woman who has offered herself to represent us in this rural community, who I know will bring some great semblance of proper representation to this constituency, comrades. You recognize that she is on the road every day, and it's not for her own cause, it's for cause of the people of Southwest St. Anne that has been misrepresented over the time.
Julian, and the entire victory massive. So right now we're going forward. Women grab,
so, comrades, this is our time. This is the time for us to rally behind Danishka. This is the time for us to organize. This is the time for us to ensure that this time we elect somebody who is of substance, somebody who understands the cry of the people of Southwest St. Anne. She, as I said before, is on the road every day, and she's not just showing up. She's gathering the information, and she's impacting them that she can make proper representation, comrades. I am sure that she has been in this neck of the wood on several occasions. It is not by just choice. It is to say to us that she needs all of us support, because without the support, without the structuring and how we move forward, comrade, she will not make it. She cannot make it on her own. She needs the support of all of us in all 4 divisions, comrade. And I can assure you that when the elections are called, the Calderwood that I do represent, I am doing everything in my power to ensure it stays in the willing corner of the PNP. Because, comrades, this division that I represent, when the last general election was held, comrade, they mandated by 700 votes, right? And I was able to stay on the ground and stay with my constituents, my division, right? Mobilize, engage the people, and I had been managing this division for 8 years, comrades, and I was able to win by almost 300 votes. I doubled the amount, so I surpassed the 700 that he had led by in the general election, and was able to win by 270 votes, comrades. So the mission is clear, that with proper organization, with the right commitment, comrades, we can do it. And I am depending on each and everyone here tonight to ensure that we do everything to get rid of this wicked and unconscionable government that every day we listen to the news. We are wondering what kind of strange land we are living in, comrades. Things cannot be like this, comrades. We need to relax and let the international people across the world recognize that we are a country of substance, and we adhere to good principles, comrades. We cannot continue the way we are with this government, comrades. Comrades, as we move into our own division, I will say to us that where the developments are in this constituency, comrades, it is woefully lacking. Comrades, there is no water in the majority of this constituency that I know have the potential to get the citizens of Southwest St. Anne water. Comrade, the water in Lawton Town is in Southwest St. Anne. And it is an insult and a disgrace to the representatives who have represented us over the time that we at Southwest St. Anne cannot get this water for our domestic use, comrades. That is poor representation, comrades. We recognize that Southwest St. Anne is a farming community, comrades, and our farmers continue to suffer because they do things on their own and without any help from the elected representative who should ensure that he assists them for their lives to be better, comrades, and their business to grow. So, comrades, the time has come for proper representation in this constituency, comrades. We know the 2 times we have seen any significant development in Southwest St. Anne, in my mind, and what is presented was when Comrade Glenfield Shaw represented us, and then Comrade Keith Walford. Comrades, we can recognize the road from, not Cave Valley, it's from Clarksville through to Brownstone was the brainchild of Comrade Walford. Comrade, the center in Wilson Shop. Walford, brainchild. I have not seen anything that the present Member of Parliament has initiated and have acted on to make it right for the people. So I am saying to us, comrades, we need to recognize that the only time we have development in this country and this constituency is when the People's National Party is in government and we in Southwest elected a Member of Parliament to support. So comrades, I am imploring all of us tonight. I've heard Comrade Fitzjackson, and I want to reiterate the fact that we need to do the work. She cannot get it done by herself. So comrades, let us rally with all our minds, our energy, with one cause, one purpose, to ensure that this election that we know Comrade Fitzjackson will not take too long to be called. So we are ready for election. We are in election mode, comrades. And I recognize that the people in green, they are running around everywhere in this constituency, offering goodies. But comrades, after 9 years of representation, it is to me a dismal failure. If you could look at a Member of Parliament who has no legacy to show, to come back to be buying you, comrades, to be offering you goodies, comrades, right? Comrades, I got a call in my division this morning. They were over there last night, distributing fertilizer. So comrades, my question to us tonight, if we have a Member of Parliament for 9 years, right? And the only time he sees it fit to attend to the people is when election is nigh. Comrade, we need to recognize what is happening. We need to understand that we, the People's National Party, is the best choice for Jamaica, comrades. So let us rally with Danishka, our next Member of Parliament, because she is the best choice for us, comrades. Comrades, I am here and we will be getting this campaign more intense in a couple of weeks, comrades, because we are here on a mission, and one mission is to ensure that we have a better life for you, your children and grandchildren, comrades. So let us unite, let us develop a strategy that will allow us to be victorious. Comrades, the word is love, and I'm happy to see you tonight.
You happen to hear Mr. Jackson, man from out of Portmore, our own Danishka. The promises, and they are not promises, they are commitments. So don't worry and figure more or less that she's going to drop in the catch, because the dedication can be felt, it can be seen, and we are working. It's left to us now to do our part. You listen to Mr. Calderwood, Mr. McFarlane, man from Calderwood. What a powerful man. Champion. Down in the lower part of Senton there. We have him in the wilderness there. That's our strength. Comrades, we need to do our part. And when the roll is called, ensure that Our Lady will be stepping and Mr. Jackson is ready to receive her up in Kingston, Garden House if she's going. And there, let us say thanks for such a lovely gathering. Your people are really attentive, and I hope they are all receptive. And I'm seeing wide energy. And we're looking forward for better days. We are warming up, and we are going to be courageous. We need to strengthen out, warm each other, and let us tell a friend, because it is so important. If each one of us can tell somebody and happen to convince that person that we need to change the path that we are going. This country is in a bad state, believe me, when we say that. So, let us crave like journey mercies and things. Is it time for?
Yeah, man.
Yes. So we are going to close by
Singing the trumpet. Singing the trumpet.
we are going to sing the trumpet.
The trumpet sounded, the countrymen all away from the trumpet and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the wall is at hand, the kings are high, all is already
Comrades, thank you so much for coming out here tonight. We appreciate it, and I want everyone to get home safe. Let me thank my team and Comrade Chris Jackson. Thank you so much for being here. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you to Comrade Brown and Comrade CC and the entire team from Boroughbridge. Comrade McFarlane, who was in council all day but still come join us. Comrade Blanket, Comrade Kellys, Comrade Ashley, and all the supporters who are on the road with us today. Comrade Blacks and Improve. Pick up on yourself. So thank you to everybody, and everybody get home safe and have a great night. Thanks again. Time come and victory is ours.
Calling all comrades in this moment, it's time to raise your hand. And we will continue to put in the work and improve Jamaica land. From 1938 we are lead the way and that never change. And today this strong foundation from way back when remains. Still moving forward, we not turn back, building Jamaica, yes, block by block.